Fans, hackers, and bad actors don't need a roadmap to your doorstep. This is my go-to after filming new content and shooting new photos to remove all the metadata in the photos before publishing any online. Welcome back to On The Horizon. This is Melrose Michaels. I am your host, and I'm here to share what's worked for me in building my adult creator business to try to make building yours just a little bit easier. Let's get into today's episode. Welcome back, CEO Squad, and hello to any new or aspiring adult creators who are just tuning in for the first time. Today, we are going to talk about the not-so-picture-perfect world of online privacy and security. Today's podcast episode is kind of a one-off. It's not coming from a Twitter space. I'm doing this aside from that, but I felt that the information was super important, and I really wanted to make sure that you had it available to you. So today, we're going to blow your mind because we're taking a deep dive into a topic that affects literally all of us, whether we're creating content for our adult businesses or sharing personal moments with family and loved ones online. Do you know that every time you take a photo with your phone or digital camera, you're essentially tagging it with a digital GPS marker? Yes, it's true. That innocent selfie of you holding coffee that maybe your fans tipped to buy you this morning, or even your kid's school play photo, actually might be broadcasting a lot more than you think. Stick around because today we're going to uncover the hidden dangers that are lurking in your camera roll, and more importantly, how to protect yourself online as an adult creator. So, what is this sneaky GPS marker that we're talking about? Well, it's called Exchangeable Image File Format, or EXIF data, and it's packed with a ton of info. It includes the date and time that a photo was taken, your device's brand, model number, camera settings, and, most importantly, the exact location where you took the shot. Even if you're just sharing that stunning sunset photo with friends or emailing it to your grandma, fans and hackers with even a basic knowledge of metadata can intercept it and pinpoint your location. That's right, your privacy is at risk, CEO Squad. But there are solutions, and that is exactly what I'm going to provide you with today. The good news is there are ways to remove the sneaky metadata and keep your personal information safe. So we're going to explore a few different methods for exactly how we can scrub our photos clean. Unfortunately, the recent updates to Android and iOS have limited our options to remove or opt out of EXIF data. But in true SWCEO fashion, we do have a workaround. By disabling location services on your camera itself, you can prevent this data from attaching to your photos altogether. Just remember, some details like camera settings, date, and device info may still be lurking. On iOS devices, it's easier navigating through your settings and then revoking location services from your camera app. Android users can toggle off location settings within their camera app itself. Simple enough, right? But that won't protect everything that already exists in your camera roll before those settings were changed. So for content that's already captured, you can still remove the metadata before posting it online, but it is going to require a few extra steps. My favorite way of doing this is using an app for iPhone called EXIF Metadata. This app is free to use if you want to remove metadata from photos one by one, but it does have a paid version, I believe it's $4.99 a year or $9.99 for life, that allows you to batch multiple photos together all at once and mass remove their metadata. Essentially, it takes your photos, copies them to your camera roll without any EXIF data, and then just deletes the originals, leaving you with content that's untraceable. This is my go-to after filming new content and shooting new photos to remove all the metadata in the photos before publishing any online. Now, you might wonder, why bother removing EXIF data? Well, here's the deal. It's all about your safety and security. Fans, hackers, and bad actors don't need a roadmap to your doorstep or to know when you're far from home or that your home is empty and unoccupied. Think about it. As adult content creators, we typically self-produce the majority, if not all, of our content inside our homes. And when you post that content online with the metadata attached, you're basically telling fans exactly where to find you. You might think that only tech whizzes can access this data, but it's actually shockingly simple for anyone to extract. All they need is a basic understanding of how to download and use tools that allow them to view EXIF data. If that sounds scary to you, it should be. By taking a few extra minutes to protect your online data and privacy before posting, you can protect your family and your family's physical and digital safety. And I think that we can all agree that's a pause worth taking. Protecting your data goes beyond removing EXIF data. We've all heard of those horror stories of online stalking and privacy breaches. In one instance, we saw a TikTok creator narrowly escape her own stalker who used an IP grabber through a phishing attempt. Her vigilance saved her, but the threat is very real. Tools to track your every move are out there, but so are tools to keep you safe. Virtual private networks, or VPNs, are your best friends. They encrypt your data as it travels, making it incredibly tough for anyone to nab your IP address, which, surprise, surprise, also has your location in it. While VPNs can't change the metadata, they add an essential layer of security when uploading photos online from your phone or PC. I personally use a VPN on my devices as well as my PC, and I really suggest you consider doing the same. So there you have it, CEO Squad. Protecting your privacy in the digital age is a must, especially when your photos can spill the beans about your whereabouts. Remove the sneaky EXIF data and utilize VPNs. This way, you take your online safety as seriously as you take every other element of your adult business. If you haven't already, make sure you watch the full metadata video over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SWCEO, and follow all of our other social channels on Instagram and Twitter at SWCEO. It would be absolutely incredible if you rated this podcast 5 stars and left a little review. We want to get this podcast to as many adult creators as possible, and you taking a second to leave a couple stars and a review really helps us do that. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.